When did enemy fire reveal who your real friends were? I found out during a convoy ambush outside Fallujah in 2006 when bullets started flying and people showed their true colors. Our squad had been together for 8 months. 5 guys crammed into a Humvee for daily patrols. I was driving, Specialist Jake riding shotgun, 3 others in the back. Jake was the golden boy. Perfect PT scores, sharp uniform, always volunteered for extra duty. Squad leader loved him. Guy could do no wrong in anyone's eyes. Then there was Kyle, quiet kid from Montana, barely spoken, less spoken to, average at everything, never stood out, never caused trouble, just did his job and kept to himself. The other guys, Ryan and Austin, were solid. Good soldiers, nothing special. We all got along fine, shared food, covered for each other during inspections, but Jake was the one everyone looked up to. Natural leader, they said. Future NCO material. When we talked about who we'd want watching our backs in a firefight, everyone said Jake without hesitation. March 15th, routine patrol through a neighborhood we'd covered dozens of times. Nothing seemed different. Kids playing in the streets, vendors selling fruit, normal everyday life. That's when the first RPG hit. Explosion rocked our Humvee sideways. I fought to keep control as the windshield spiderwebbed. Then came the automatic weapons fire from 3 different directions. We were in a kill zone. Perfect ambush setup. They'd been watching our patterns, knew exactly where to hit us. Jake started screaming immediately. Not tactical commands or situation reports, just pure panic. I'm hit! I'm bleeding! Get me out of here! Problem was, he wasn't hit. Not a scratch on him. But he was losing his mind, trying to crawl under the dashboard, completely useless. Return fire! I shouted, trying to radio for backup while keeping us moving. Jake just kept screaming about being wounded. That's when Kyle stepped up. Kid who never said more than 2 words suddenly took charge. Calm as ice, he climbed into the turret and started laying down suppressing fire with the 50 cal. Contact left. 2 shooters in the blue building. His voice was steady, professional, like he'd been doing this for years. Ryan and Austin were firing out the windows, but they kept looking to Kyle for direction. Not Jake, who was still curled up in the passenger seat. Kyle called out targets, adjusted our route, coordinated with the helicopter support that arrived 10 minutes later. He turned a disaster into a tactical withdrawal. 0 casualties on our side. We made it back to base because Kyle kept his head while everyone else was falling apart. After action review was brutal for Jake. Squad leader wanted to know why his golden boy had frozen up while the quiet kid saved everyone's lives. Jake tried to explain. Said he thought he was hit. Adrenaline got to him, heat of the moment, all the usual excuses. But we knew the truth. When it mattered most, when lives were on the line, Jake crumbled. Kyle stepped up. Word spread fast around base. The guy everyone thought was leadership material couldn't handle real combat. The guy nobody noticed had ice in his veins. Jake got transferred to a desk job within 2 weeks. Administrative separation, they called it. Not suited for combat operations. Kyle got promoted to corporal ahead of schedule. Squad leader recommended him for advanced training. Turned out he'd grown up hunting in the Montana wilderness, been around weapons his whole life, just never felt the need to brag about it. 6 months later, Kyle was leading his own fire team. Guys who'd served 3 tours were taking orders from a 20-year-old who'd proven himself when everything went sideways. I kept in touch with both of them after we got home. Jake works in IT somewhere, never talks about his military service. Can't blame him. Kyle made it all the way to staff sergeant before getting out. Now he's a police officer in his hometown. Department recruited him specifically because of his combat record. Last month I got a wedding invitation with Kyle's name on it. At the bottom, handwritten note. Thanks for giving the quiet kid a chance to drive. Still the man of few words. But when those words matter, you listen.